football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Ravens, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence, these guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to win them to a Super Bowl win.
By the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Running right through it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to her back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive lineman involved. Because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him up in the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Rolling to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. And he will take it in for the Cowboys goal. With a first Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with the option. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Play action. It's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 22, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Incomplete. Right side to tight end Rudolph. And he'll be out right at the 35.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed runner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. How about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving this tip. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for the defender to shadow him across all.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll start by running the option to right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know, you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short. And it's 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play here for Dallas. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On second and goal, Prescott buying time to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it? To hang on to that football.
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. In a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I'll give these officials a lot of credit.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a first carry for their fullback, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he gets his down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they put man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
For the end zone, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On the give, this is their fullback. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. but I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 2. Well now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Without a doubt, that's a great way to score some points.
Jackson running again. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Oswell good with the extra point. this a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each...
And Andrews lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. They find some open field here. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
A first down throw for Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He gets it complete to Harris. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Again, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's It's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And you'll see they've had success running the football, and that bodes well for their chances of lifting that Lombardi trophy. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Try to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work,
about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
they've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. To Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes C.D. Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he'll just get rid of this one deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Jabril Cox there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll go to the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are starting to pour it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what is symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man, it's his fullback. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it a second down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a man open down the middle of the field. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but then winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 73 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Matabike in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return, Harris. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 47 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 34. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, I don't think there's any question about at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the Super Bowl.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, we're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember also.
Yeah, baby.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
On third down, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his target, Harris. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's Jackson. Incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second down and goal. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Here, baby.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they have a first down and more. Still going. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.